BPT, I'm sorry. Sorry that you're so sick now and that you have radioactive sickness. I'm sorry. So I've been thinking about that all week, laughing to myself, if I'm being honest.
Well, you didn't have to tack on that last part, but you did, so okay.
Well, I did. I wanted to be honest after all.
Fair enough, I suppose. But yeah, I'm a little ill. It's fine though. I'm sure she can shake it off. It's no big deal, right?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's easily the worst sickness you can get at early level. So it's no big deal.
Look, guys, it's not like sickness and afflictions are like basically the one thing that kills people in Starfinder. It's gonna be fine.
Is it communicable? Because we might have to put you in a 14-day quarantine.
I thought you were going to say just
and
put me down.
You're getting quarantined.
Put you down.
You're getting quarantined in the beat-off room.
Oh, God damn. I forgot I drank at a bar for like 2 hours in the beat-off room.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
Good. Whenever you said you thought he was going to say, just put you down, I just imagined the meme of the little kid crying, holding the gun, but the little kid is Tex.
All right, BPT, get on it.
So, it's a good start to book 2 is all I'm saying. I'm feeling good about it. I think it's going to be a particularly good book for me. And that's really all that I care about in this.
We got days
adventure.
of travel. You should have some bed rest.
Yeah. How many days should we say it's going to take?
You said it was
3?
like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, I think it was 3. So, I mean, the good thing is you did roll good on that piloting check. So you got a low count on those days. But before we get started into following up what happens to you with your radiation sickness, Griffin, you know the drill.
I do know the drill.
You invented the drill.
I did invent the drill. And speaking of someone I want to drill, hey, Zach.
Hey.
What you drinking?
Didn't know which way
Griff.
that was going to go.
Yeah.
Got him.
So tonight I am drinking an Elysian Dayglow IPA. Never had it before, but it has a tiger shooting laser beams out of its eyes. So
Wow.
I love
we'll see
that
what's
can.
happening.
Well, speaking of someone that loves tigers, hey, Steve.
Hi, Griff. This is Steve from the Hideous Laughter Podcast. I played Matumbe and Sawyer Savarine on the show. Funny that you're drinking that, Zach, because I'm drinking a beer called Mr. Fahrenheit. It's a New England-style IPA from North High Brewing here in Columbus. And look at that. Space Tiger on the can.
Space time.
Wow.
I mean, it's meant to be.
It's meant to be.
Well, speaking of Mr. Fahrenheit, someone I want to make a supersonic man out of, Emily, what you drinking?
Yes. Don't worry. I'm sure Ivari's got a fever by this point, but I am drinking. I went classic. I'm just going with a Guinness. And I have some coffee as kind of like a sidearm.
Interesting combo.
Yeah, it's rich.
Yeah.
I like to drink my supper.
It's appropriate. And speaking of strangely timed whistles, hey, Heath, what you drinking?
Is that my calling card?
I guess so. I don't know where that came from. It came from somewhere.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Griffin. Now
I
I'm going to
don't
have to
know.
make sure that the music lines up perfectly with that whistle sound. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm doing good, man. I am drinking a blueberry pomegranate Vizzy. And I know in the past that, I've had the brand loyalty with Truly, but once I tried Vizzy, I realized that was just the psychological effects of capitalism on my psyche. And there's, the Vizzy's just better.
Oh, damn.
Well,
get it.
speaking of someone that's not better, hey, Adam. Got him. What you drinking?
I am drinking a Stella Cidre, which is really just a bougie Stella cider.
Oh, it's applesauce.
It is applesauce.
You're having some trouble with that too, aren't you, Adam?
No, I'm just taking it easy. I don't want to spill it over this equipment here,
Just looking like a
He's
fool
trying to
over
pour it
there.
into a bowl over there.
Right.
Oh, I took it back.
Only whiskey goes in bowls.
Only whiskey goes in
You don't
bowls.
drink beer out of bowls. What am I, a cretin?
He's Cretan. Ooh. Classy.
I see what you did there. Speaking of Cretan, hey, it's me, it's Griff. I'm drinking a Vive Dragon Fruit, and loving life. I got so many seltzers over here. I don't know what to do with them all. Well, I do know what eventually is going to happen to all of them, but
I mean, there's only one thing to do.
Drag them. Drag them.
Thank you, Emily, for clarifying that. I wasn't sure like where that was going actually, so
Just gotta
I really
drag them,
needed
man.
that. Yeah.
So I think we need to just take a second real quick because Zach, this is a thing that's been going on, and I think we finally just need to talk about it on air. Your neighbor, dude, like, I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background. Typically, we would just stop talking.
Well, I have my mic muted when I'm not talking right now, so.
Okay, well, just tell what's going on there, man.
So, currently where Josh and I are staying, we have a neighbor a couple of houses down who fancies himself something of a car person. And
Not
and
like
this-
a transformer, but like he
no,
enjoys
a
cars.
car
Okay.
enthusiast. I should clarify
Call him
that. He's in
Bumblebee.
fact not a transformer.
And being a car person, he
In
probably
case anybody was wondering by car person that Zach meant an actual transformer.
Gotcha.
thanks for the clarification.
Yeah,
That's what I'm here for.
It's important. And it seems that every time we sit down to record, whether it be Hideous Tomfoolery or just good old Southern Tomfoolery or Hacky Sack Heroes or Tom Talks or fucking STF, it doesn't matter. That's when he decides that he needs to go out into his driveway and just turn his car on and just let it run. And it's like one of those like late 80s model Japanese racer style cars, you know? And so he's got like stupid pipes on it, you know? And
He's too fast.
and
He's
it-
too furious.
And it is, in fact, yeah. He's Need for Speed Underground all day. And God, his freaking dick must be gargantuan with the way he revs that thing. It's got to be like 10 feet long minimum. But it's
Well, you heard it here, ladies and gents. Zach's neighbor's got the big schlong.
yeah.
that's why he's got to
Yeah,
let
he's
the engine
packing
idle.
that schmeat, dude.
Yeah.
He's packing that
They say
schmeat.
the
gotta-
rumble
gotta
of
get
your
the RPMs
tailpipe
up.
equals the motion in your ocean.
But and he doesn't like go anywhere. That's the problem with it. He just comes out at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening and just runs his car in
Have
the
you ever
driveway.
considered that maybe he's a car guy, like he really likes cars, but he never learned to drive? this is what he does.
What a tragedy.
This is how he gets
Wow,
his
my whole
rocks off.
perception of this has just changed.
Like this is his 1 hour a night where he's like, I really wish I could learn to drive, but my depth perception's all to shit. They won't let me.
Yeah.
So, but I have this beautiful car, and I just want to hear her purr.
Hey,
Well-
Zach,
Yeah.
is there a possible chance that he's a mechanophilia?
Oh no.
Dude, I fucking hope not, man. Okay? I'm not prepared to deal with that realization, you know, so I hope not.
Oh,
That wasn't
man.
off the dome. I just looked that up.
You just
looked
looked
it
that
up?
off. It wasn't
Sure,
on
man.
the
It's
top.
cool. Me too.
I mean, what's the definition of that? Since you looked it up,
You know what it means, Adam.
you know,
I
what
just
you
want to
do.
hear. I know. I want to hear the scientific.
What does Webster's have to say about
Yeah,
it?
yeah. The
All right, well, here's
academic
the
definition of that.
Here's the problem. I closed the tab.
You
I'll tell you the abridged Emily
no.
assumption.
The Merriam-Webster dictionary states
He gets car boners.
He gets car boners, man.
He is a car person. Transformer.
Wow, there's a mechanophilia flag.
there's
Wonder
a
why,
flag.
wonder why that exists.
Oh boy! Is
It's
it
a
tires?
paraphilia. No, I haven't looked at the flag yet. I just saw that was an option. Paraphilia involving a sexual attraction to machines such as bicycles, motor vehicles, helicopters, ships, and airplanes. It's treated as a crime in some nations. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's pretty awesome. But look, all the people who identify as attack helicopters now. There
Guys,
you
the
go.
flag's great.
Yeah, I was gonna say he might actually be a dragon because there's a whole subreddit for dragons fucking cars, right?
There is, in fact, yeah.
Wow, y'all, we've gone all the way in.
Just like
You
giving
asked,
his
you
car.
you open the gate, man.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I think that this is just how we do our opening banter. It's going to be awkward. Like, it's now been consistent for the last, easily 10 episodes. The opening banter has gotten awkward in some degree or
I don't know,
or
man.
another.
I think once you bring up a sexual topic like mechanophilia, like, we're smooth as butter. The banter's flowing from all corners.
We're just setting the bar, man.
The
As long as we don't
conversation
hit
isn't
that.
Yeah, we
awkward.
hit our
Maybe the
stride,
subject
man.
matter.
We're smooth as a Camaro covered in butter.
Smooth as a greased
Fuck's
tailpipe.
sakes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord!
Man, there was that one episode of it was like some show on TLC where a
My
guy's like
Strange Addiction.
making out with his fucking
Yup.
like Ford Taurus or something.
The bottom of the barrel of
Ford
mechanophilia.
Jeez.
Let he throw
do
the
better
first
than that.
stone who has not sinned in this group.
I know.
He's in the one-on-one interview, and he's like, "Listen, I know I'm a 4. Ford Taurus is all I could get."
Oh my God!
Aim low and you won't be disappointed, man. You know?
Look, she's a 10 to me,
Wow.
all right?
I mean, I get it. I drive a Chrysler Sebring convertible. It's a sexy car.
Something about those curves.
Okay, we're gonna stop there. That's where we're gonna stop.
Are you sure,
And we're gonna
Adam? Are you sure?
I think that's
Oh,
it.
you're going to
I think
have
that's
to
good.
pump
I
the
think- I
brakes
think that's
on this
all-
conversation?
It's all been good. It's all been good up to this point. I think it can only get worse from here. And we do have some Starfinder to play. So
Yeah, it's all downhill from here, man.
right. So with that conversation heavy on our minds as we go
Like
into
a heavy foot on a pedal.
On a pedal.
All I
got
know is
there.
I'm coming back as an SRO.
It's just car sex all the way down.
Just all the way.
Oh man.
I love you guys.
This is great. This is great. This is
This is what
content.
people come for, man.
Yeah, this is it.
They don't
In
care
more
about
ways than one,
Starfinder.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, some of them come with cars, but
If you rev it, they will come.
Bada
Damn.
boom.
got them. I'm
All right,
done.
we got to listen to Adam. We should stop.
We broke
I
him.
mean, we could just do the whole episode this, you know.
I wonder how
I think
long we
there's
could
enough
go.
there, but
Like a VW just drove by out there, and I'm like,
They got a thick tailpipe.
That's a fine bug.
It's the new segment, Hideous Tom Talks.
right. Where we talk about
we call it the
cars.
garage.
Nice. Okay, well, so bursting into the cargo hold with giving you guys very little time.
You did it to yourself.
It's gonna be a good app, y'all.
Wipe it. Fucking wipe it, dude.
Cut it off from the
Irrecoverable.
source.
Woo. Santos comes bursting in, and he sees the scene in front of him. Ooze everywhere, and a glowing Yavari Star Eater. And he says, "Oh my God, what has happened here? You found what? Did you not check the ship before you dragged us aboard? This is cannot stand.
You mean
Explain yourself."
You mean when we were running from the goddamn swarm? Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of your bullshit. I've tried so hard with you. Shut up. We just killed these goddamn oozes for y'all.
Oozes? God, first we have the swarm, and now we have oozes on our ship. Do you have any clue what you're doing here?
Look, okay, let's not get heated, guys. Let's just let's just hug it out. And Yvari's gonna go glowing.
Get away from me. Do not come one step closer to me. I have to tell everybody on board what I've seen here.
Well, we
Y'all
ain't
better
hiding
get it
it.
together.
She's not contagious.
This guy's such a
Your
cunt,
behavior is
dude.
confusing.
Is anybody else around? Like,
No.
is he already left?
Now he's standing in the doorway right there, you know.
So, I
Yavari-
mean, Vanna looked to the part. Oh, go ahead, Yavari. What do you got?
Yvari's gonna like telepathic link to text and just be like, I'm not saying we should, but like we could. We just totally get rid of him. Nobody else is here.
Like cocks an eyebrow at her, like shakes his head.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I get it. Look, man, calm down, all right? We are all in this shit situation together, all right? And as I just said, we didn't have time to do anything but get this tub running while we were running away from the fucking swarm that bust through the wall. You know that. Stop being so fucking obtuse.
Sounds like typical military bullshit to me. I'm going to tell the others what I've seen here. You don't have a clue what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
I'm sorry, can we circle back a little bit? What did he say that he wanted to be in charge at one point?
He turned it down, I thought.
Well, yeah, we angrily offered it to him.
Like, what is his goal here?
A mutiny.
I mean, okay.
Oi, you know, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing this out there, but we could just space this son of a bitch.
You've already cocked an eye. Text me.
Sid cracks his knuckles.
Look, I'm just saying,
Is he in the room while you're saying that?
No, he's left at this point. No, he's
Okay,
left at
I was
this
like,
point.
well,
He's going to
if he
tattle.
heard that, then I guess, yeah, we should do it.
Well, cards are on
Yeah,
the table.
You've seen our faces.
I think
Sorry.
now if he's gonna talk shit on us, like spacing him after that, probably a bad call. Think everybody's gonna know that chain of events.
Right. Look, here's the thing, man. Let's sift through the rest of this bullshit, make sure it's all safe. Everybody go get cleaned up. I didn't take no damage in the fight. I'll go make an announcement on the goddamn intercom and try and cool this shit down.
You need any backup? I'm feeling all right.
You can come with if you want to.
Yeah, Sig would come along.
Ivari, you need medical attention.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a shower and maybe a lie down.
Oi, love, I don't think a shower is going to get that radiation out of you. I'm
gooey. I don't really like it.
It's just latent right now. You got to give yourself some space to go.
Anyone have any Dawn soap?
Dawn soap, yeah. I do imagine she's goopy, right? Like she's got the ooze on her.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's a little ooze on all of you, for sure.
Ivari,
Not me.
go take a shower. Find me afterwards.
Oh, okay. Are you good, Tex?
I'm right as rain. I'm more worried about you. I stayed in the corner and did my magics.
Proud of you. And she would just kind of like
No.
shuffle off to the showers.
No, I'm proud of you.
She would shuffle a little bit more jauntily.
Okay, well, so you're going to, what are you doing? You're going to the bridge, or are you going to go to the observation deck where the people are?
I think I'm gonna go to the bridge and make an announcement on the intercom, not like get on a soapbox in front of everybody.
Sure. Vin, where are you going?
wherever they need me, man. Wherever I have to go, my people need me. I don't care. I don't really have like a dog in the fight, I guess. I'll go with Tex and Sig though.
Okay. So you guys can move yourselves to, at least the three of you can go up to the bridge, and then as far as Yavari is concerned, there's not really a medical bay, but you can definitely find a nice shower in one of the rooms on this floor.
I will follow
Natasha
Ivari and wait outside of her door.
Yeah, like, yeah, she can go in the shower, you can hang out in the bed there, right? And then Tex, I'll grab you and move you.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
All right. So, I mean, as far as what's going to happen with Yavari, I mean, there's not really any checks to be made until the next morning. But we can... Oh, what do you got? What do you
I
have?
treat disease, buddy.
Yeah, okay, but like that's what I'm saying. Treat disease gives a bonus to her check when she has to roll to save. Right?
Correct. Yes.
And
So I
she
can
doesn't
do
have
that
to-
whenever before her check.
Right. So we can. What I'm saying is like this day started with you guys coming down to deal with the oozes in the cargo. You have just woken up from sleep.
Gotcha.
And so, like, yes, we can role play that out, or kind of say narratively that you're spending the day kind of just helping her get in bed and giving her fluids and everything, just to make it as good as possible for when the time comes to roll that check, right?
Sure. Yeah, just let me know when you want me to do that, if you want to pair it up with her or whatever.
Yeah. So she's in the shower. You're waiting on her. At the bridge, you've got Vin, and you've got Tex, and you've got Sigurd. So what you guys want to do up there? I mean, maybe before you give the speech, Vin, if you want to give me a quick, I think it's going to be a piloting check.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Why not?
Or perception, whichever you're best at.
Piloting. Easily. Like twice as good, actually.
All right.
That's going to be a 21.
Okay. Again, you notice that the ship was drifting off course, but you're able to correct it before losing too much time. But you just kind of check it again just to see, because you put that countermeasure on it, right? Like, and yet still it seems to have something got in there and tried to drift you off course, but you're able to correct it again. Put that countermeasure back in place, and just hope that it holds out.
In that case, I think it's worth mentioning oi lads, I can't help but notice this here autopilot's drifting off course, and no matter what I do, it just keeps on doing it.
We kind of have an asshole with a vested interest in seeing us fail. Do we really know what kind of activities Lowesworth did before all this?
Nah, mate, nah.
I mean...
But look, here's my proposal, right? So, I say we take this thing one variable at a time. So we space Loachworth, and then we check the autopilot in a little while and see what happens, right?
Look, man, I'm just as tired of Loachworth's bullshit as you, but if we have any reason to be suspicious that he might be the culprit in charge of tampering with these systems, it may be better to put him in some kind of holding cell so we can question him.
Might be good if, I don't know, after all this, we ask around. I mean, someone here probably knows the guy. We can maybe, if he was some kind of scientist, worked with computers, maybe he has the ability to do something like this. If he's just a blowhard, I'm not really worried about him being the one behind it.
Yeah, I do think it's worth trying to make sure we keep somebody in the bridge at all times in case anybody, whoever it may be, comes trying to tamper with stuff again. Even though I don't know anything about tech, I imagine there's ways to do it remotely, but just in case.
Oh, it is a little bit of a long shot, but have we considered the possibility that maybe there's some freaky dicky swarm component, like a spanner in the works type situation? We were on a pretty bugged planet and all.
That's good. Buggered. Nice. I like it.
Yeah, you like that?
I mean, do you know about Swarm?
I'll give you an inspiration for that. That was slick. That was slick.
I'll take it.
Real
I'll
slick.
take
Yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, as far as that, who's to say, but I would think if the swarm specifically had been tampering with this ship, they would have already been in the facility where we got it instead of busting through the fucking walls.
Fair point.
I'm sorry, what did we wind up going? I neglected to re-listen to the episode before, and my brain is shot. What did we wind up going down to the hold for? To try and physically
There was like a report of a disturbance down there, like people were freaking out.
That Loachworth informed us about.
Yeah. He woke you guys up and said that there's some craziness going on in the cargo hold.
That it does seem to me particularly kind of fishy, or I don't know, it just rubs me wrong somehow that Loachworth was the one that came and told us about the disturbance, chewed us out, and we went and handled it, and then he chewed us out for handling it. Could he have fucking planted them goddamn oozes?
I would like to follow this up with a question for Adam. Would it be possible to roll some sort of retroactive life science check or something to understand more about these creatures? Are they typical like spaceship stowaways, like a Star Wars Mynock, or are they always like found in a jungle or something and never leave the jungle, and like them being here would be inherently suspicious?
Question: did you already roll a knowledge check on them during the combat?
I don't know the answer to that question.
I did.
Vin did, yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
If it's life science, I have that too.
Okay, so yeah, let's say that Natasi, that's actually what you're doing while Yavari's in the shower. You told her you'd meet her in the room after she got cleaned up. And so you're kind of hanging back, taking a look at the oozes. And I'll give you a life science on that, sure.
Okay. I mean, I'm not rolling with a high bonus. It's a little bit of a shot in the dark. Let's see what we got. There we go. 18 off the die. That's going to be a 23.
Okay, a 23 is going to tell you that that this was a variant assembly ooze, but it is an assembly ooze, and that you've seen that like it can just be the source of the right kind of chemicals and the right type of techno magic to like create one of these oozes that start. Something can just kind of go wrong in the blend. Some battery acid gets a life of its own, gets blended with some biological component or something, and it becomes bigger, and it feeds off of technology.
So it being here isn't inherently suspicious, is what I'm getting.
No, I mean, you're on a gangster ship, so who knows what he was importing and doing business with and what his plans were, Mm-hmm. What I will say is that you do see that that it seems like the crates had an attempt to be built as containment crates, like specifically for these oozes, like that they weren't just like wooden boxes, that they had transparent aluminum fronts on them, and that they had like a little computer panel like on the front, so that it's supposed to be a stronger containment device. Roll a engineering check.
I can't.
Bummer. Roll a perception.
I can.
Oh, really?
Dirty 20?
Okay, dirty 20. I mean, you can at least gauge that something struck this crate. Like, the door wasn't opened or broken. The aluminum door that was transparent, it looks like it broke at the hinges of the door. Like, so you don't know exactly what could have caused that, but it was some sort of impact seemed to actually break the crates, and it would have had to have been a significant amount of impact, like a lot. These were sturdy crates.
So it wasn't like these were up high on a shelf and the shelf tipped over, like something smashed them.
Yeah, but like it would have taken a significant amount of force to do that.
Whew, Adam, the plot thickens.
Yeah, but as far as the oozes, there's nothing really to gain or be in the dark about that. I mean, you can only just assume, they're very valuable those oozes because they can create items. If you contain them properly and feed them properly, you can actually use them to manufacture items.
Okay.
Perhaps that's what the former owner of the Terminus Wild was into, or was weapons manufacturer, found a way to do that, something like that, I mean, I don't even know. I'm speculating as the GM. What I'm saying is, who knows why this ooze was there, but there are several reasonable explanations for it to be in there.
Great. So Natasi, armed with that information, is going to enter Ivari's room and wait directly out front of the shower.
All right, let's go back to the bridge. So, you've again see that there's this interference with your course, and you're kind of talking about it and come up with something. I think Tex, you had the notion to deliver a message.
Right. I mean, look, fellas, I think we can all probably agree there's something fucky going on here, and I can't help but think there's somebody on this ship that's helping the fuckery. I'm a charisma character, obviously. My thing is, like, I want to calm down the general person on this ship, right? I don't want us to have a fucking riot, a panic on our hands. But at the same time, there's a mystery afoot. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I think best thing we could do right now, you show a confident face. Only one of us that's hurt is Yavari. To the rest of the people on this ship, we show up looking healthy and like we handled that. That'll at least give the average Joe on here some confidence that we're gonna take care of him.
So you want to go make a personal appearance?
Well, I'm happy to do that after you make the announcement. I think we gotta let on like nothing's wrong. If we start to let on like something's wrong,
yeah, people freak out. All right, well, here's what we'll do. I'll make an announcement that there had been a disturbance in the cargo hold, but we handled it. But we'd appreciate it if everybody'd gather in the what room is it?
The observation deck.
In the observation deck, and we'll make a statement there. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. So Tex heads over to wherever the intercom terminal is, and turns it on. It says, "Ladies and gentlemen, and children, and people of all sorts aboard the ship. This is Tex Arcana, one of the crew helping run this vessel and get you guys off the planet. I wanted to inform you there was a disturbance in the cargo hold this morning, and we took care of it. I don't want anybody to panic. It's a situation that has been handled and is in hand, but I would ask that everybody gather in 15 minutes in the observation deck, and we will come and make a statement and answer any questions that you may have. Tex out."
All right.
Very diplomatic of you, Chief.
Of course, Yavari and Natasi would hear that as well, just kind of over the intercoms. Natasi, what do you got to help Yavari?
So Yavari gets out of the shower. Natasi's there. Assembly oozes. That's what got you sick. I stayed by to look after everybody left. And they didn't get out by themselves. In fact, someone made significant effort to let them loose. Someone stronger than myself, I would imagine, maybe even stronger than you. Just a thought.
I heard Tex's announcement. You think maybe we could go back to the cargo hold and look and see if we can figure out maybe what you said broke him out?
Yes, I suggest if we go back, we bring at least our engineer with us. He might be able to take a better look at those crates.
For sure.
However, in the meantime, you are very sick. You might not know it yet, but you are. I'm going to treat you.
Okay, thanks.
All right, guys. So what Natasha is going to do is roll a medicine check, trying to beat the DC of the disease for treat disease. If I succeed, Ivari will get a +4 bonus to her saving throw against the disease tomorrow. Natasha is going to peel the adhesive backing off of a med patch and slap it onto her back like a nicotine patch. That is going to give me a +10 to that roll. And then I'm going to use... What did I say before this episode started? I'm going to break this game wide open. That's what I said.
Break it.
I'm going to use one of my doctor abilities. I can use medicine to treat disease in only 1 minute instead of 10 minutes.
Oh, broken.
Wide open. Wow.
Well, that's
Broken.
well, I mean, that's super significant considering, like, on the fly, I said everybody meet in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I could have done it with 10, but I'm just that good. So I'm rolling this at a +18.
Jesus.
Okay, that's an automatic success.
All right, because I got 31.
Hey, roll for the charts.
That's true. It's very
30.
relevant.
All
31.
right.
Yeah, because I got a 13 on the die.
All right. So you give her all that, gets her a +4 when she rolls her next check against the disease, correct?
You got it.
Brilliant. I imagine at this point, then you want to call your engineer, right?
Finian, will you please meet Ivari and myself in the cargo hold?
Sure thing, love. Be right over. And he heads that way.
I mean,
I'll ping.
I kind of feel like we should all go.
You can
Might
come
as
with,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, might as well, because, like, you know, you're all going to go to the observation deck after that. So,
Right.
yeah, I'm just pinging where you can go. And so, yeah, go ahead, Vin. You want to aid Javari on an engineering check?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, so now you have already told me that it appears that these things were smashed a little bit, right?
Yeah, and when I told Ivari, like, in character, but as soon as everybody gets here, I'm not repeating that conversation unless you have like, something game-breaking to say.
Yeah.
But yes, I definitely do relay the information. I'm just
Pete
being
and
a smartass
Steve,
about it.
my immersion.
My immersion.
Yeah, I told you I was going to break this game wide open.
It's broken all over the place. Pieces littering the stars.
Well, that's your problem right there. Somebody smashed it open, didn't it?
I do aid with a 14.
All right. Roll that engineering.
Man, trying to tell me how to live my life, dude.
Yes.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it.
That's literally his job.
Natty 19, my dude. That's going to
Shit.
be a 28.
28. That's with the 8 as well?
Oh, no. Plus the 8.
So that's a 30. It's a good
Like I
thing.
said, see, that's your problem right there.
No, so what you actually assess is that these must have, like, been, you know, smashed into each other. Like, and you get this sense that this was likely because they were not tied down. And in the egress from Susquehanna, all the shaking and everything, they smashed into each other. You know that it would be beyond a person's ability to do it themselves. You know what I mean? That it would basically, because it would have to take something as strong as it to break it, you know? And so that's basically what happened, was they kind of smashed into each other.
So, okay, I mean, I understand maybe we're all getting a little paranoid, but I will say that still ruffles my feathers a little bit as far as it seems like if they got smashed, that would have happened when we were jettisoning off the planet, right? The force from leaving the atmosphere, as opposed to when we were just cruising easy this morning. When
Can we remember
said there
back?
was a disturbance.
Like, we all went through the cargo hold the first, like, once we were up in the air. Can we remember if this shit was all like strewn across the ground? Like it must be if they were to smash from a takeoff.
So you guys rolled pretty bad in your perception when you went in that room.
Nice.
So you didn't notice
Okay.
that.
I don't even remember rolling in this room, to be honest. So
Yeah.
We were preoccupied. It was a big deal. It was happening.
I had to get to the
know.
holodeck, all right?
Yeah.
And to be clear, it's not as if the crates are just like in shatters. You know what I mean? Like basically the doors on the front have been like fallen forward off of the crates. You know, just like falling straight forward in front of the crates, and they're like the doors themselves are all kind of smashed up, but not even that much because they're aluminum. But like from your engineering check, the impact against the hinges like detached them from the rest of the crate, rest of the containment.
I know that this appears just accidental, but I just want to make it clear that I don't particularly need a legitimate reason to string up Loachworth there and throw him out the airlock. I just want to make that clear to everybody.
Look there, Vinny. We don't agree very often. That's just a fact. And when the time, if and when the time comes to do that, I will let you know, and I will be totally on board, because I've tried everything in my goddamn power to make that blowhard chill out and be a regular person. I just worry that because of his disposition, we may be targeting the wrong man, and there's somebody else tampering with our stuff. I don't want to space somebody because we think they might be fucking us over. I want to know for sure.
I mean,
The lights flicker
space them
as you're talking. It's like, and then they come back on.
That's
They're kind of like,
creepy.
yeah.
Somebody's listening.
yeah, I didn't like that. You know what the best friend of a paranoid dude is? I mean, I worked in a prison a long time. Paranoid people like to have security cameras. I wonder if someone like a crime boss can't always trust your people, even on your own ship.
Yeah.
I don't know if we looked around for something like that,
Are
but
there cameras in here?
Can I roll a perception to look for cameras?
Sure.
You were just shaking your head no, though. Like, just feel like
Probably shaking because like you dumb motherfuckers should have thought of this 2 episodes ago.
well, that's gonna be a big natty 1. So put that on the fucking board.
Son of a bitch.
Sorry about it. Sorry
Big
about it,
old-
guys.
Well, don't worry. Your girl Natasi looking out for the squad. 19 on the die. It's going to be a 29.
all right, well,
So
Proud of
so Vin's like pointing up in the shadows of the corner. He's like, look, I swear I see one right there. You see it? And Natasi's like, no, that's track lighting. That's not a camera. There are no cameras.
If you say so, love. If you say so.
Oh, well,
Yeah, you have not noticed cameras anywhere on the ship.
at that kind of like, bringing that up, Yavari would look over at Vinny and just kind of say, have we run any kind of diagnostics on the ship to see if maybe there's some kind of internal situation? Maybe like Tex said, we're looking for a person to be causing this fuckery. Maybe it's something in the ship, a virus or something.
Boy, love, we did, go down to the engineering bay there, and you shocked yourself and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe you don't remember from
I
the
don't
shot.
remember that. Did that happen?
I remember.
About it's been close to 15 minutes at this point.
Yeah, it's like, all right, fellas and ladies, let's go and go ahead and get this shit show over with. I'm sure Loachworth is going to be in the crowd trying to instigate some bullshit, but let's show that we are strong and capable and that we've handled this situation to the best of our ability and try to calm these people down.
Hey,
Is Yavari still glowing?
Yeah, are you actually glowing?
No.
Okay, cool.
I mean, yeah, you're good.
Yavari,
As far as that's concerned.
you gonna be able to stand up straight, look healthy?
Look, I'll tell you, if there's one thing that I can do, it's stand around.
I mean,
So,
Again, remember, it's latent. So it's like, at this point, you're just scared you're sick. You know?
while we were on the surface, I never used one of my toots. If you need a toot, you need to do it too.
It'd be impolite to say no.
It'd be like that to take
If
it.
he's
for sure.
offering you some toot, Yavari, it is impolite if you don't take it.
I don't know what
Do
your
I get-
tolerance is like, or if you're gonna like wig out.
I mean, I'll do some toot.
God, Jesus Christ.
I will not freebase
freebase,
cocaine.
But we did find 1,000 credits worth of drugs or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I
plenty
won't
of
do
to-
it behind the wheel of a spaceship.
Yavari
Unless-
Let's run
Unless-
autopilot.
I won't do
As
it.
long as the autopilot ain't drifting, I'll do some too.
I won't do it in an official diplomatic meeting with the entire crew and the entire.
Unless-
Unless I got one blowhard trying to give me a hard time.
But no, Yavari would politely decline. Okay. I don't want to deal with the crash later. Thanks,
Rude.
though.
All right, so you guys go to the observation deck,
Right.
and everybody's all gathered there for sure. Just a reminder too, you have the family that you saved there. You have the soldier that you saved. You have the old lady. You have Zalonin. You got Xantos. You got a couple of his cronies standing next to him. You got some other survivors just kind of huddled in the corner. Everybody roll a sense motive check as you kind of roll in there. If anybody has a limited telepathy racial trait or a mind link class feature, you automatically pass the sense motive.
What does
Even
that
if
include?
it's-
Our soul bond. The two
no.
of us are mind linked.
Yeah.
No.
Well, either way, I rolled a natural 20.
Nice. I
gonna
rolled
put
a
that on the
flat
board.
10 because I have 0 to sense motive.
Yep, I got a flat 13.
A 9.
Oh, and I will say I rolled a natural 20 with my brand new Fireball Norse Foundry die.
Nice.
First official roll with the Norse Foundry is a natural 20.
Perfect. Natasi.
I have a 9. I have a mind's link as well, but it's only one person once per day. So
But you
can't
have
imagine.
that feature, right?
Yes.
So
I
you
do.
just having that feature is an automatic success here because you can feel. So you and Tex both, as you walk in here, you can feel the pressure in this room.
Oh boy.
In the anxiety, you can feel that the refugees, a few of them at least, are just really, really struggling. And you're on this strange spaceship floating through space, not even FTL travel, right? Because you don't have the drift engine. So you're just kind of coasting through space, and it's like blackness all around. The last thing you saw was the remains of the Susquehanna escape ships, in ruins from the battle, and their whole planet has been destroyed.
Can I ask, is there... I'm looking at the room. Is there not a dais, but somewhere that you would in this room obviously go to speak?
Yeah, so
platform or
where
something.
Sigurd is standing, right when you walk in, it's raised and it has steps that go down into a recessed lounge. So right at the doors is kind of like a natural built-in stage. Furthermore, with that sense motive or mind link, you can just sense the dread in a few of those that seem to be marginally psychically sensitive. Certainly Sustreth is having problems. That's the Lashunta.
The one that was freaking out.
Yeah, the SDF soldier that you guys got that was freaking out. He's kind of huddled in the corner, just kind of rocking. Even the old lady that's been on your side there, even she is looking pretty down. Zalonin, for his part, is handing out little treats, like little food treats, to everybody that he made, trying to raise the morale. He seems that, you get this sense that he's kind of sensing this same psychic sensitivity, but he doesn't seem to be as fully in dread. He seems to be in conviction with his belief in Hylax and that this is all for a purpose, But the vibe of the room is tense. It's tense, and you can certainly see that Lochwort has a few more people kind of around him than he did the last time you were here.
Okay, so as we walk in, I want us, we all file in from the hallway onto the little raised platform is how you enter the room, and without saying a word, before I address the little crowd gathered here, you said the family's here, right? The scared family, and they have kids.
They had the two kids, the older girl and the boy.
Okay, so without saying a word, we walk up. I imagine everybody turns and sees us. Tex walks down the stairs around to the family and grabs his Squawk's companion, Billy Gibbons, out of his duster and hands it to the little boy and says, buddy, would you mind holding on to Billy Gibbons here for me during this meeting?
You gotta say his full name, dude. Billy Gibbons, the lead guitarist of legendary Texas blues rock band ZZ Top.
Well,
Full name.
I don't
Full legal
know
name.
that Tex is fully divined. He's only starting to understand ZZ Top, right?
So the boy doesn't come forward. He's really shy, but the older girl, comes forward. She says, "Thanks, Mr. Crispy. I'll take it from him and make sure that he takes good care of it. He's just really shy, but it's good to see you again." And then she kind of shuffles back.
Y'all just hang on to Billy Gibbons. Everything's gonna be all right, okay? And Tex walks back around, takes his place at the front of the stage.
As he's doing that, Yavari would make her way over to, I believe her name was Kalora Gishi or something like that.
Yes, that's it.
And she would kind of lightly pat her on the back and would sit down on the floor so that she's sort of head level with everybody else, so she's not towering over people.
Okay. You do that, and
as Vin walks in, he catches eyes with Zalonin and is like, "Oi, how you doing there, Big Z? Praise Hylax and all that, right?"
Yes, she has great purpose for you. Wait.
Yeah, for sure. All right, mate. And he claps him kind of on the back. All right, cool.
Yeah, he realizes that, he had a question about that. But he realizes that now is not the time. Kalora definitely smiles at you and kind of pats you on the shoulder, Yavari, when you sit next to her.
So Tex takes his place on the dais, which it's funny. It's probably not that high off the ground, right? It's 2 or 3 feet. He's probably still as tall as some of the people standing up. But he straightens his back, puts on a good posture, says, "Look, folks, I'm Tex Arcana. These are my crew members. You've seen us around. I'm going to level with you guys, all right? We're all strangers in a strange land, all right? This is not our home. It's not our planet. And for many of you, it was. We understand this was a terrible situation. Nobody wants to go through what we've all been through together. And I want to emphasize that we have gone through this together, all right? I know that Mr. Lochworth has been very vocal about our leadership, and I'd like to say that this leadership was thrust upon us. We are not tyrants. We are not trying to harm anybody. All we care about is getting off this rock safely and getting all you people off this rock safely. There was a disturbance in the cargo hold this morning. It appears that some containers got rustled around, bumped into each other, and weakened. And I'd like to remind you, we commandeered this ship. This was a gangster's ship. We didn't know necessarily what they were transporting.
A gangster ship.
Oh my god.
Oh, come off of it, you Nance.
No,
Hey.
that wasn't him. That was just kind of the crowd.
I know, and
Yeah.
I'm shouting to the crowd.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
So, again, I want to emphasize, this is not an ideal situation for any of us, and we're all in this together, all right? And I promise you, we're going to do everything we can to get you people to safety, all right? That's what we're here to do right now. That's the responsibility that has been thrust upon us, and we accept it eagerly. Now, that said, as terrible of a situation as this is, we are all in this together, and we're going to have to work together to get out of it safely and to get somewhere to find you folks a new home, or at least a way to find a new home. All right, we're here for you. We don't want anyone to think that we're just trying to run this on some kind of weird power ego trip. All right, we're going to do everything we can to protect you folks. And we handled that situation this morning. Like I said, some cargo got rattled around, and what we didn't necessarily know what was being transported, because if you recall, we were in quite a hurry to escape the swarm.
Everybody roll a perception check.
25 for Sig.
15.
19 for Natasi.
11.
Or actually, I had 18, not 15. I'm sorry.
16 for Vin.
So Sigurd, you're the only one that notices, but you see one of the people sitting next to Lochort. You see Lochort kind of elbow him in the side, and the person next to him raises his hand and says, "Hey, I got a question.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
So you said you took care of the problem that was in the cargo bay?
Yes, sir.
Can you be a little bit more specific about what exactly that problem was?"
I certainly can. And to that, I'm going to defer to my colleague, whichever one of you guys rolled the engineering check or the life science or whatever.
Yeah, life science, yeah.
Great. A warm, welcoming presence Natasi is to these refugees.
I mean, you have healed them and helped.
Yeah,
helped treat.
I've definitely bought some good favor. What my colleague is referring to is a creature called an assembly ooze. Personally, I think that the gangster that once held precedence over this ship was keeping them to manufacture goods for him. The oozes themselves are not necessarily violent by nature. It's just how they reacted when they were let out of a contained situation. They've been disposed of. I wouldn't expect to be having any trouble from them anytime soon.
Isn't it true that these were special oozes that were radioactive?
Why,
yes, they were.
Did anybody
Radioactive. Oh God!
know
we're
that?
exposed,
Out of character.
Lochort did,
How?
because he saw the end of the fight.
And he rolled a life sciences check.
I was gonna say, it's not like radiation's visible. We only know about it because we know what they are. I guess he knows what they are.
Yes. To continue answering that question, yes, these oozes were radioactive. I would advise no one to go in the cargo hold anytime soon. We will block it off for your safety and for ours.
And if you have been exposed to the radioactivity from these oozes, please seek my attention immediately after this forum.
Yeah, we do have a doctor.
Kalora herself actually asked a question. She says, "Were any of you exposed to this radioactivity?"
Yes.
I mean, we were all in the area. How do we know exposed versus inflicted, you know?
Hey, you know, that's the question that's asked. You have to answer it how you want us.
I would... telepathically, Yavari's going to say to text me, like, if you want, you could even mention that, you know, Loachworth came into the space, so he technically was exposed.
So, technically, anyone that was in the fight or near the proximity was near these radioactive oozes. So, using the term exposed can be a little bit tricky. Yes, many of us were near it. Now, whether or not...
If you don't mind, Mr.
If you don't mind, Mr. Loachworth, you can hold your horses.
I just had some pertinent information.
Okay, give me just a second and I will get to you.
No
because
problem.
I did want to bring up that, yes, obviously us, who disposed of the oozes, were in proximity with them, but you, Mr. Loachworth, as is pertinent, were the one who informed us of the problem and were also in the room. Now, that said, my colleague here is a medical professional.
Yes.
So thank God that we have her here for anyone who may need treatment, including yourself, Mr. Loachworth. Now, I apologize for being rude. Carry on with your question.
Oh, it was no question. I'm not sure if they taught you this in soldier school, is it? Or is it, what is it? I'm sorry, boot camp. That's what it is.
I'm no soldier, and you can cool it with the tone.
Well, all I'm saying is that I happen to know a good bit about radioactive oozes, and I can tell you that their range of exposure is only 20 feet, and I was not within 20 feet of these oozes. Now, the question is, how many of you were within 20 feet of these oozes? I would venture to say that it would be most of you, since you so helpfully took care of this problem. Yes?
Indeed, I would say most of us were. However, our medical professional here has assessed all of us, and most of us have had no side effects whatsoever.
Ma'am, if with all due respect, you are a doctor. Yes,
this is correct.
This is your claim. Tell me then, why is it that you did not know about the range of...
Well, I can explain that quite clearly. I knew full well of the range, Mr.
So
Loachworth.
you knew, and you lied to all of us here when you tried to tell everyone here that I had been exposed to such a radioactivity. Is that what you're saying?
You're mistaken. We just were not sure if you were exposed. You had heard of the disturbance, then you came to us. Did you go all the way into the cargo hold? You know I wasn't there when you did.
No, I did not.
Great, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yes, thank you. And he sits down.
All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, and children.
The lights flicker.
Okay. Well,
Then they go out, and you hear kind of the whimpers of the two children. And you hear...
Yavari lights up her flare axe and brightens the room.
You do that, and it brightens up kind of your little side of the room, and then and the lights come back on. That is simply maddening. Please, can you do something about them if you are here to take care of us? And I see that you are doing such a fantastic job thus far. Could you do something about these lights? Some of the less scientific-minded here are making noises about the ship being haunted. We don't want that now, do we?
Well, I certainly...
Clearly, poor maintenance is the problem.
I certainly don't think there's anything to worry about as far as the ship being haunted. That's kind of ridiculous. However, I will say, yes, we are looking into any technical issues with the ship, and I'd like to remind you, it's been one fucking day, excuse my language, since we commandeered this ship to get you guys off the...
The family, earmuffs the kids,
Right. They're gonna have to toughen up, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean...
I will remind you, it's been one day And as I said, this is not an ideal circumstance for any of us. We are dealing with issues as they arise, and we would appreciate any help that any of you have to offer if you have any technical skills, including you, Mr. Loachworth.
Well, I can at least help with, and he kind of hesitates for a second and then finally says, with the radiation.
All right, I'm sure our medical professional would appreciate your help.
I'm very curious about that.
So,
Real quick, I'm sorry, Yavari would link to text and be like, let them know that we're gonna, search. Well, never mind, we've already done that. I'm sorry, I'm having brain farts. We've already searched the ship, right? Like,
Yeah.
we've already checked everything.
yeah. So, look, as far as the cargo hold issue, I understand everyone's trepidation. That was an sorry, I am...
It was an uncircumcised
It was an
situation.
uncircumcised situation. It was an unfortunate and unforeseen circumstance due to the hasty nature of us getting off the planet. All right? That said, we have searched the rest of the ship and have found no other threats, and we are doing everything that we can to address any of the technical issues. So, if anybody has any other questions, we are here to help and serve you.
One of the, just like the regular evacuees, says, what are we going to do for food? Is there enough food here for...
There is absolutely. One of the first things I personally saw to with the help of my good friend Zelonan Hookstanges, is that we went and checked out the food rations, and we have more than enough food for the 3-day journey to our destination. And,
Yes,
and we
and-
will set up regular lunch and dinner services for everyone.
And I'll be able to season them so it won't taste like cardboard. Just saying.
Yeah, it's going to be better than your standard ration fare.
Let's see, Kalora asked,
So, where are we heading? What is the plan?
Yes, ma'am. We received communication. Was it from the STF or the SDF? Yeah, from the SDF that all survivors and refugees and personnel from the planet were supposed to meet on a planet called Utranius, which is about 3 days away, at the city of New Grotto.
Utranius? That's only one planet away from Susquehanna. That's where you're planning on taking us.
For the time being.
And he gets up and he actually storms out.
Good.
This fucking guy.
I know, it's fine. We know what he is and who he is. But look, again, we're just here. We want to assure everybody we're doing everything in our capabilities to get you guys to Utranius and New Grotto safely, and hopefully once we get there, we can find transport to whatever other locations you may be desiring to go to.
Natasi just wants to add a coda onto that, so she'll say, I think it's also worth mentioning that many of you might not know that this ship does not possess the capabilities for faster-than-light travel. Though Utranius is only one planet away, it's a necessary jumping-off point to leaving the system in its entirety.
Right. We've got to get you guys to Utranius if you want to go literally anywhere else.
Yes, this sounds like a good plan. I appreciate you. Thank you for what you've done for us. We'll be fine, and we'll trust in you. Thank you.
I mean, in a meta perspective, is there any way I can roll a diplomacy after this whole speech?
Sure.
See if I calm down some of the people. Would Natasi be able to aid me since she helped?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
Ew, not a great diplomacy. 7 on the die. I 8 exactly.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So that'll be a 24 total.
Yeah, you definitely change their mood, and that's actually going to give you a bonus later. But
Cool.
Yeah, that was a well executed address. And I think everybody is tired. I mean, I know that the day just happened, but people aren't really like looking to converse.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was gonna kind of mention that, like, because they brought up the food thing. Like, you said it was like what, 8, 9 in the morning when he woke us up.
Yeah, so it's probably around 11,
10 or 11. Yeah. So all right. So if there are no more questions, my good friend Mr. Zalonen will be setting up a lunch service in the cantina or whatever the fuck, the cafeteria, whatever it's called,
the galley.
And so everybody go get yourself some food. Keep your strength up. I know this is a tiring and tough situation, but it's only 3 days and we'll get through it together. And go enjoy your meal.
Yep. Okay. And do you guys want to try to investigate the lights, see what's going on?
Yes,
just
please.
like a general engineering check for that.
Does the room like clear out, or are they just chilling here?
Well, that's kind of where they hang. Zalonen kind of indicates that he'll bring the food to them.
Oh, they don't go to the galley.
There's a lot. There's a lot of folks. You know what I mean? They won't really all fit in the galley.
Right. So I'll turn to maybe we could like walk down the hallway. I'll get. Actually, I need to go back down the stairs to the children and be like, "How's Billy Gibbons doing?"
I mean, you just gave them to him, but it's doing fine, doing real fine. He's scared of the dark, though. Yeah, but it's cool. I told him it's going to be okay.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. He's a little bit skittish. If you don't mind, I'm going to have to take him back. But if you guys... I'm not giving away my squawks. What are you guys thinking?
I thought you were giving him for the journey, as a cuddle.
No, well, but listen to me. Like, I'm going to have to take him back for now. But in the future, over the next few days, anytime you kids want to come and play with Billy Gibbons, and I'm free, feel free.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll
come. Sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So you can just roll an engineering kind of in general on the lights.
Well, I was gonna say, I was gonna turn to them like, hey, you guys handle all the technical stuff, right? Look into that, and I'll go help Zalonen with the food. I want to be seen helping bring food to the people.
Word.
So engineering, I don't have to go anywhere for this?
I mean, you can go to the engineering
terminal
bay, and where everything's hooked up.
All right.
Ivari would come with you.
Come on, love. I could use the company.
I'll mind leak message Ivari and be like, I'm gonna go help with the food. Just let me know if anything comes up.
All right, save us some.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, that's a definite aid.
Very good. Okay, so 13 on the die plus my 9 is a 22 plus Ivari's aid.
24. There's a little glitch in the power core. But I mean, you're able to spend an hour or two fixing it up, and it's weird too, because again, it's like there just seems to be some wires that are pulled out, but you got to power it down for a second so you can reconnect the wires and it's just a couple, not even the whole snake, right? It's just a couple of the lines in that snake are just pulled out, and just far enough so if the ship vibrates, that it's causing the flickering. It's just this weird.
Does it? I mean, to me that sounds like sabotage.
Yeah, can we do some kind of check to see if there's teeth marks? Is this a little vermin type situation?
No, no teeth marks. It's just literally, it's just the wires were pulled apart just enough so they're barely touching. So any significant vibration of the hull causes them to kind of connect and disconnect and connect and disconnect.
Hey, Adam, just to clarify, is this was the power core the same thing that was having problems yesterday that shocked?
No, that was
okay. That was a different system.
That was the communications, or the
Okay.
sensors. Yeah.
Because I was thinking maybe if they had just been there and done checks on it yesterday, they would have seen something, and it would be pretty obvious. That
I will say,
funky's going on.
that it looks new.
Okay.
So we're looking at comms were fucked up, navigation is fucked up, continues to be, and power. Like, can we check and see where our shields are at? Like, just to kind of...
you can roll another engineering, or you could go do a computers check if you want to just go up to the bridge and kind of scan all the systems, you know?
Yeah.
I'll do that. And as we're walking towards the bridge, I'll tell Yavari, I really think somebody's fucking with our systems here, because the autopilot keeps drifting off the navigation that I'm setting, and I'm not really sure what the fuck's causing it.
Is there... Adam, this is going to be a stretch. Is there, given Yavari's background with ships, is there any kind of check that I could do to know, like, is there any kind of creature or entity or anything? Like, the whole being haunted thing has kind of gotten her skeeves up a little bit. Is there anything that could infest the ship or cause these kind of like malfunctions?
What do your skills look like? Like what are you trying to roll for that?
Do you
computers,
have a profession?
engineering? I have a background. My theme knowledge is for starships and vehicles, but it's for culture checks against them. So,
no, it's not. You've rolled high engineerings, or you've been aiding it. I mean, it's definitely something weird. It doesn't look like a normal problem, like normal maintenance issues. Like it does have a sense of sabotage about it.
With that in mind, Yavari would call, like as we're making our way, she would call, Natasi, could you meet us at the bridge? I have a weird question.
Sure thing. Are your symptoms acting up?
Oh, no. I mean, no, not that I can tell. This is different.
She hangs up.
I know nothing. Okay.
You think that means she'll be there?
I assume.
Not even the courtesy of a "we'll see ya."
Well, yeah.
Nope.
When we do get to the bridge, as we're doing the engineering stuff, Yavari would kind of meet Natasi sort of a little away from Vin, because she doesn't really want to catch a weird eye from him. Natasi, you get like feelings and stuff, like about the hoo-ha of the universe, like the creepy stuff, right?
The hoo-ha? The vagina of the universe?
She's trying to say
black
like
holes.
mysticism.
Sig just looks up. I just sense a disturbance in the hoo-ha.
Natasi will cock her head to the side and slowly say, I understand how you may be confused, Vari, but I'm not interested.
What? No, God. No, I mean...
Well, you're asking me about my feelings.
Well, mostly like about mystical, magical kind of shit. I don't...
Oh.
I don't really get a sense for that. I was wondering if that was your bag.
I know a thing or two about the divine and how cosmic energies flow through the universe. Why do you ask?
Okay, look. So when we were in the room with the people and that one guy said something about it maybe is haunted, the ship, is that a thing? It could happen?
Oh, yes.
Can you... Like, for real?
Is that happening here? I don't have any evidence to prove that it is, but of course.
Can you do like a seance or something?
Oh, Ivari.
I'm
Bless
sorry.
your heart.
I don't know. I'm
There are
running out
ways to
of-
deal with the undead and spirits. I suppose I could probably figure something out with the right information. I haven't seen anything to prove that there are any sort of malignant beings here. Tell you
That's
what.
fair.
If the GM allows a roll, maybe I would know better.
So what are you rolling? You're gonna have to tell me what your character is trying to figure out, not
Okay.
what the player is trying to figure out.
That's
based on
fair.
what you know.
I have a mysticism skill. I want to roll that. The justification being, I want to know if there's any sort of haunted or spiritual presence that may be causing this. Is that specific enough for you?
Yeah, it is. You can
Okay.
roll a mysticism check.
Okay. Let me turn my phone flashlight back on.
I love that you're just sitting in the pitch black playing.
We haven't
this
had a
game.
break, and I forgot to turn the lights on before we started when it was plenty light out, and now, the sun's gone down. I can't see shit in my house.
I don't know. It's working. It's spooky.
All right. I mean, if it's haunted, this might be appropriate. So I got a 25 total.
25 total. All right. You're skeptic that there's anything mystical going on,
Okay.
and you're reaching out, to the spiritual plane, I suppose, trying to see if there's any ghosts here, if there's anything like that on the ship, and you do not detect any ghosts, any undead, anything like that. And just as you're about to kind of turn off your analysis of that, you get just the tiniest ping of something other in the space of the ship.
How's that make me feel? What kind of feeling? Can I locate it? Just there's something here wrong.
And I
Is that what I'm
I
hearing?
wouldn't even say wrong. I mean, you can make that connection because shit's been going wrong on the ship, but the feeling that you get doesn't necessarily feel like a wrong feeling. It's like, oh shit, there is something here. There's something going on with this that is not purely technological.
Okay. I see. So, after searching her feelings, Natasi looks back to Ivari. Forgive me, I'm working on figuring out other human and other beings' lingo. There is certainly something fishy in the hoo-ha of this vessel.
Yeah.
That's a fucked up joke, dude.
About it.
That's 10. I don't know. I think that was a
Yeah.
great joke.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so you get that information. It's not really enough to suss out anything other than basically confirming your gut instinct, Ivari, that there is something beyond just direct sabotage.
Okay.
Okay, so that's kind of what you guys figure out. I will say that Tex and Zalonin do a great job with dinner, and you bring the dinner down to the observation deck, and you see that the spirits rise as Zalonin and you two have made some chili with the canned beans and some of the spices and stuff, and it's really good. And everybody kind of seems to, at least for the moment, be at peace. And so then you guys, retire to your beds for the night.
After lunch.
Well, over the course of the day, there's not a lot to do. You're just kind of biding your time, and you retire at the end of the night. And right in the middle of sleep, all of a sudden, you're awoken by the sound of klaxons, of alarms. And like you guys shoot out of bed, and you kind of look at I imagine, Vin, you've kind of connected to the consoles of the ship, right? There's kind of little status consoles that you can check all throughout the ship. You get up in your quarters and go check it out real quick. And just as you are seeing that there's a fire on the ship, Tex, there's a knock at your door. And when you open it, you see he's alone, and he's freaking out. He's like,
Tex, the kitchen, it's on fire.
and I need you to finish your drinks.
Oh my god.
Oh, that food!
So we're not gonna have enough food.
Oh yeah, I just told these people.
I fucking knew as soon as Adam asked that question as the kid, I was like, something's gonna happen.
What isn't happening with everything? Fuck this shit.
Alright, so we're spacing Homeboy next episode.